Hey, I'm Hannah. You're listening to The Sesh'n. Joining me in the studio is Chelsea Manor, Bianca, Michael, and Ivan. How are we doing?
Hi.
Fantastic.
Very well, thank you.
Yeah, pretty good.
So excited to have you here. But I'm sure you're all excited when you get together, because you're not all in the same city anymore. We've got Bianca in Adelaide.
No.
You two from Mount Gambier.
That's right. We were neighbours at one stage, but now we live a block apart because he's so loud. And it's...
So loud, in fact, Bianca had to move 5 hours away.
That's
It
it.
is.
What are the reunions like when you guys get together? Are they
Tearful.
yeah, joyful?
Joyful.
Yeah, it's always good. Like it's so weird, obviously, with both of them being there and me being here. Like when you want to do, I suppose, like content and stuff like that, it's really hard because obviously I've just got to do it on my own. They've at least got each other. But yeah, it's difficult, but it's always a joy seeing each other.
Sorry, you go.
But it still feels like we need someone just to follow us and just film us at all times whenever we do band stuff.
Yeah,
We do need someone
we should just strap a GoPro to you.
maybe.
Yeah,
So
who would if a GoPro had to be strapped to one member of the band to constantly follow them around? Who would it be?
Oh, me, because I just get lost. So,
Yeah.
You know.
He has like random adventures. Like when we were in the studio, he came back and he's like, I got pulled over like 6 times or 3 times or something.
Yeah,
And
no,
we're like,
it was
"What?"
4 times within an hour span.
What?
Driving
Two.
my Commodore, that's...
Yeah, 2
That's the
were by
ticket.
the same officer.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I don't wait for
Maybe he just wanted to chat. You are
Maybe.
you are a friendly guy, Ivan. Maybe he just
Oh,
wanted
maybe.
to.
Yeah, maybe he just saw the full package. Like, oh, I got to see it again. Maybe he's just trying to slip me his number or something. I don't know.
So you guys have all been super busy bees at the moment. But I want to talk about your latest single, Better Than. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Bianca, this song has been quite a few years in the making.
Yeah.
How does it feel now that it's finally out?
It's pretty good, actually. It's a bit weird to think that something that I wrote over 10 years ago is something that we just put out recently. And it's bizarre. But yeah, it's a relief, I guess, because the song grew and it changed over time and it just, grew into what it is now. And I'm pretty happy with that.
So I want to know about the moment, if you've had it all these years. What was the moment like when you look back on it and you're like, oh shit, like there's actually something here. This is pretty good.
It was probably towards the end of the Scapegoats, I reckon, actually. And I had seen the chorus and I wanted to do something with it. And I went to Michael, I think, at the time and said, like, I want to do something with this maybe. And then sort of was like, nah. And then just, I think, pushed it away again. And then Chelsea Manor came along and we needed some songs for One Night Stand and pushed that in.
Amazing. So how many years ago, sorry, did you say?
Over 10 I started.
So over 10 years ago, what was it written like? Was it written on a really old phone, on a piece of paper?
It was written in a diary,
Yeah.
in a notebook that I used to carry around and write all my poems in and all my songs and stuff. So I can remember, coming home from school that day. I had a really bad day. It was all just, it was sort of towards the end of high school, I guess, and you're just starting to, I don't know, that time's finishing and you're transitioning into something new and it's really daunting and scary and you just think, because at that time, like high school is everything. It seems like it is, like it's everything. So you're sort of really caught up in those moments. So I was sort of really stuck on apologizing for really teenage behavior that still I was doing because I hadn't grown out of, and it's okay. Like,
Yeah. So your songs, they're all super catchy, but they're also really relatable. Like Me and My Fair Skin, super related to Lotion. Are personal songs harder to write because they are so personal and you're putting so much of your emotion into it? Or are they easier because it's so real and you are just able to write what you're feeling?
it's a bit of both, I think, because Breathe is also really personal for me, which I think a lot of people don't know. But if you really pull apart the lyric content, you can really sort of see it. And I think it's good because you're putting yourself, a part of you out there that you need to get out. I think the daunting part is wondering how people are going to perceive it. And as long, I think, as if you tell your story about, whatever you were writing about, at least you've got your version out there of how you feel and stuff, and people can take what they want from that, I guess.
So you guys are in the studio, you've got a track ready to go. Is there anyone you're searching approval from before it goes out, or is it just like a nod of approval from all 3 of you?
Just from me, mum.
Yes. Hardest critic or?
Oh no, I will. This has been like the only like because most of the bands I've played in growing up were all like black metal or just hardcore, and just like, well, there's not so much screaming in this one, so it's pretty nice.
Oh, thank you, Mum.
I do have a
Nice,
select few that I send a group to. So, one of us is our good friend Tyler Jenke. You and Billy are usually in the center circle there.
Love getting a message from Bianca. It's like, this is going to be good.
What is it going to be? I need you to test. I need you to hear this. And what do you think? And yeah, usually there's maybe a select few of maybe 5 or 10 people that I like to just keep in the loop and get their opinions and stuff, because sometimes obviously there's 3 of us. We all have our opinions and stuff like that as well. And just having people that aren't really associated mainly with the band as well, just having their opinions on tracks or what they feel and what the favorite is really interesting. Like when we put it out and we had a few people come back with what their favorite tracks were, it was just really like bizarre. Like
It was quite a diverse range. There was a lot of like certain people in a certain category for each song. It sort of actually split up.
Yeah.
Well,
So personally, like for each of you, what is your favourite like Chelsea Manor lyric?
Oh, to be honest, I don't. That's difficult.
Lyrics are probably hard for you because you don't get to hear me much when it's so loud.
No, the thing is, to those of you who haven't been to a Chelsea Manor show, the thing is, I cram in a workout while we play. Because I like to manage my time. So it's
So for you, which song?
That's tricky. That's tricky again because there's some I like playing, but there's also some that I like. It's like better than it's like, artistically that's fun to play because I'm just like because genuinely when you record like bass on tracks, you do like maybe 1 or 2 tracks. That I think it was about 20 to 25.
I'm not sure. I don't think I was there.
Yeah, it was just he just kept on letting me do really funny stuff. I was like, I just want to record this. I just want to record this part in different bass. Yeah, I want to do this on a fretless. Don't question me, Jesus.
So
I guess a song that will be on the EP, Surfing, because that was technically the first Chelsea Manor song. Ooh. That was when we wrote it, and This Man's Flat. It was a surf rock anthem for the ages.
That's pre-Chelsea Manor we wrote that one.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that. It's crazy.
Yeah, because there was a little bit of a crossfade period of Scapegoats to Chelsea Manor.
Is that like a really creative process or,
Yeah, it was-
or like
No, it was creative because I didn't write so much for Scapegoats, but I write a little bit for Chelsea Manor, which is good. It's fun. I get to play guitar. It's lovely.
What about you, Michael? Do you have a favourite lyric or are you more of a song man?
Put on the spot. I can't think of anything. There's a line in the song that isn't released that just goes, and some phlegm apparently.
That's your favourite
which
line.
stands out to me.
That's a good line.
That's nice and easy.
But no, I don't. On the spot, I can't think of anything.
What about you, Bianca?
No.
The lyric you're most proud of, but like it's just like come out perfectly. It's like that's exactly how I wanted it to
I
sound.
suck at that stuff because I'm the biggest self-critic there is.
Yeah.
But I think probably I do like, it's not really the line. I love Breathe. I love the lyrics to Breathe. That whole like, how am I supposed to cope when you're the only thing that I've ever truly known? And what am I supposed to think when I look when I stare in the mirror of the person? Like, I don't know the person looking back at me. It's like, that was really cool. And to be honest, my favorite song out of the lot is Shaking.
Oh, yes.
There's something about that track that I could put it on and I can just feel better. Like instantly there's a groove to it. The bass line it reminds me a lot of The Cure. The octaves remind me of Blink and Boxcar Racer, and the choruses have the ooze of that really poppy, fun, I'm okay sort of song, but it still has that dark lyric content. So like, I think
it's got a really familiar sound for you.
Yeah, for that for me is like my familiar area, I reckon.
Cool. So I don't usually ask bands this question, but I do want to know where you got your name from. It's not a very exciting question. That's why I don't always ask it. But I'm digging at Bianca's love for ghosts and horror stories. Chelsea Manor.
So the thing is, before that, we were actually tossing around the name the Chelseas. Ooh. And then I believe Bianca drove down Ferris Street, Macgambia. There's a house called Chelsea Manor. So we're named after a house.
And it was actually Cassie, because by that time we had, I was in the car, but by that time we had like gone through, I think, 70 names and everything was taken. And, trying to agree on things as well. Like, it's just like, not that we're not agreeable, but, like just names and what's going to work. And then you sleep and then you wake up the next day and you're like, I don't know if I like that anymore. And then we were driving down the street and Chelsea and Cassie was just like, Chelsea Manor. And I was like, what? And she's like, Chelsea Manor. And I was like, yeah, that rolls off the tongue. It's easy. It's not taken. Let's go for it. Lock it in. And then, we did it. And then like 2 weeks later, I realized how many bands have manor as a second word. But that's all right.
I can't think of one right now.
There's like Boston Manor, Joyce Manor.
But no Chelsea Manor.
There's no Chelsea Manor.
So we've done goat-themed festivals. Now we just need to do a house-themed festival.
Yeah, I think Tyler Jane, he said to me the other day, he's like, just get Chelsea Manor, Boston Manor and Joyce Manor and do the Mind Your Manners tour. It'd be fine.
That's not a bad idea.
Can we all dress up as House from the hit TV show House?
Yes.
So is Chelsea Manor like the building? Is that haunted?
Yeah, it's a sign on the front.
It looks pretty cool. It's like if there was going to be a haunted house on that street, it would be that.
Because you love your haunted houses, don't you?
I do. I love horror. I love haunted things. I love abandoned things.
So
it's either like it's a haunted house or there's just someone in there just like, oh, I love this camembert cheese and this nice red wine. It's quite lovely.
Two extremes, but both as likely as the other.
Yeah.
Or maybe there's just a ghost and it's like, ooh, try the brie.
Chelsea Manor, everyone, lovely to having you in the studio. Bianca, what do you think is the most like haunted, abandoned place you've been? For those people that are completely unlike me and are interested in...
I'm going to throw it back to Gawler. I'm going to say Parabar Mansion is right up there.
Very, very close to where we currently sit
Because
now.
that is just... Yeah, I remember driving past that as a kid and seeing an old man in the window and Dad being like, no one lives there. At that point, it was abandoned, and we were just like, okay. And I remember I was really, really young, and then ever since I went past, I'd always just look up at that window, and I was like freaking out. Never seen anything since.
Friendly old man with a camembert, or
yeah, he was like, come have some brie. But he, so that was really haunted and scary. In Mount Gambier, if we throw back to the old hospital before they demolished that was insane. Getting to go into an abandoned hospital that's like, 5 stories. It's got a morgue, an asylum. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, no.
And homeless people and graffiti and stuff.
Yeah, no, because I had to do a bit of work in there as a younger man. I'm still young, even younger. Yeah, everyone's like, it's super haunted and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the place I go sometimes to help my dad take away copper pipes.
Did you ever have any experiences there, or?
None that don't involve like tools and stuff.
Yeah.
No, like actual like, yeah, because people are like, oh, it's so haunted that you're going to go in there. I'm like, I don't know, like. It's not that interesting of a place.
Yeah, you get your copper pipes and
that's it. I'm
it.
getting me pipes and getting me random bits of metal. Maybe have a look on the wall, see if I can find some wires. Some demolition work for you, kids.
So you have done a lot of cool things together. You're always having a lot of fun. What makes being in a band so special opposed to doing this solo?
Not being the only one to like, if you're on stage and you fuck up, there's like drums that are really loud and bass that's really loud. And
then like there's just like last night we played at Fat Controller, and about 2 songs in, I split my pants, and then afterwards I just kind of had to look over for approval to they're chatting.
How bad was the split?
Oh, it was like full ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I felt it too. I was like, oh no.
It's like there was one person that was just like, take it off. And next minute there was just 2. And then all of a sudden it felt like it was the whole room overwhelmingly being like, take it off.
And we've had the conversation many times where you guys have been like, we're pretty, if you want to do stuff on stage, that's fine. Just don't take off your pants. It's like, well, I guess these are coming off.
Yeah.
And then, that was... Like, it was really funny because, like, you just played, like, the whole, song. The whole set jocks, and it was I think what they said, like 90% of tickets. Not too far off.
pretty close. So.
Yeah, and it wasn't the warmest night either.
No, well,
okay, so
mate, I don't have to worry about shrinking.
No, you're having a great time. You're a rock star on stage, whatever. What happened once the show was done?
It was.
Yeah, what did happen with your pants situation?
Well, I just kind of I just stood at the back of the room with my ass against the wall because I don't know, like it was just one of those things where like, oh, there's that guy that's running around in his underpants. I'm just gonna walk up and put my fingers up his bum. I was like, okay, I don't really.
The audacity.
The audacity of the lad. Oh, I've never been so ashamed. It was really funny because like we were doing loadout, and then like these like two guys came up to us and was like, nah, like, you know what you did tonight, mate? You made yourself famous. You just took it to the next level, mate. I was like, it wasn't playing One Night Stand, it wasn't playing theatre. No, it was me getting me daxed at a nightclub.
Yeah. Congratulations. You're here now. Thank you. Yeah. No, that does definitely deserve a round of applause. So last night did play at Fats with Heartaches. Tonight you're at the Arca Bar with Glass Tides. Glass
Tides. That'll be fun. It's interesting ride for that gig where the headliner pull out and another one come in and.
Yeah. Good old COVID.
After last night and, the pants coming off, I wouldn't be surprised if, you are the headliner tonight. And there'll be people knocking out the windows and full Beatles style running into the car.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll just get the same group of people. It's like, wonder if we can get him to take his dax off as well.
The expectations are high. Are there tickets still available?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, so they can still get them online, and then I think tickets on the door. So...
Perfect. And then you're playing No Quiet Fest in Greenock.
It's going to be fun.
That is sold out.
Yes. How good.
So all your shows are selling out and you are doing amazing. So if you can get along to a Chelsea Manor show, please do. They are amazing. They are also very unpredictable. So apart from all these cool gigs you're doing, you've also had some time in the studio. Tell me about that. Tell me about the recording process of Chelsea Manor, except for Ivan running away and getting pulled over 3 times in an hour.
Luckily, like this time, our last lot was in Mount Gambier, so that was...
Yeah, well, we did the EP in Melbourne at the Alamo, and so there's still, as the guys have mentioned, a track on that to be released. And then a month ago, we were in Mount Gambier actually putting down Round the Twist. So that was exciting.
Whereabouts do you record in Mount Gambier?
We just went to a mate's house and was like, let us put your stuff in here. No, he's Tom Wilson. He used
I thought you were being serious, and I was like, that is so
well, it wasn't his house. It wasn't his house. So, and he's just a whiz at all that sort of gear. So we were like, can you please do this for us and help us? Well, I made Michael do all that. I was like, go talk to him.
You're such a I'd say you're definitely like a live band. Your performances are amazing. Do you enjoy the studio process as much, or?
Thoroughly. I like. It's different because then I actually get to sit down and be serious, and I don't really get to do that very often. It's a nice change of pace, and I get to be fun and creative rather than drunk and creative.
I'm more of as good as each other.
Yeah, I'm more of a live. I like the studio and I like fiddling and stuff. I just can't handle it if there's more than maybe 2 people in the room. Like I just get overwhelmed and there's lots of noises and I can hear everything all at once, and it's just a bit of an experience. But I love creating from scratch, and I love the aspects of adding in all the little twigs and all the little touches that you can do. But I definitely am more live based. Like I love, even though I get so sick and stuff as well, like I love just that being on stage for that 30 minutes or 45 minutes is just the best part for me. What about you?
Yeah, no, live, it's where what I enjoy the most. But I love sitting in the studio, and it benefits the live as well because you're working on the songs, hearing what's not right better. Instead of just listening to your own parts, you're listening to the whole band, and then the song's better for when you do play it live further on down the track.
Yeah. Have there been any songs that you've played them a certain way live, and then when you've got in the studio to record them, you've completely changed how you play
everything?
For me personally, every single time.
Yeah.
Like when we're in the scapegoats, I made like a habitual yearly ritual. I just rewrite most of my parts.
Just keep it interesting.
Just change it up.
Yeah.
Have fun.
But because you don't, like Michael pointed out, you don't hear a lot of those clashes or those little things like when it's so live and or even at prac and rehearsal sometimes, like it's so loud and stuff. So you really need that time that you can listen back and you can pull and push and stuff. Like Shaking wasn't a song. We did that in pre-production. We sat on the octave. We had the chorus and stuff, and Ivan wrote that bass right there. And that's how that became.
Yeah, because that's one of the things that's like when you're a bass player, like every now and again when it comes to like studio environments, you just kind of put in the corner, like, you just sit here, friend. You let all us big brain people figure everything out. And then, I was like, okay, hey guys, what about this? hey, listen to this, guys, hey.
Amazing. Well, I can't wait to hear your new stuff. Like I said before, if you do have the chance to go see Chelsea Manor live, do it. I'll probably be there front row as well. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming into the studio, spending this time with me.
Anytime.
It's been
Hannah.
so much fun. I love you guys, and yeah,
we love you too.
All right, see you guys. Bye.
If I ever got my time again, you know that I would be so much better than I had. I'm sorry, my friend, I didn't mean to hurt you back then. I'm sorry, my friend, I'd change it all if I could. I was stupid back when I didn't know the consequence.